I've been asked to make another video about Leofoto camera and video equipment, and I actually use these, and I must say that one of the main reasons I'm making the video is this equipment, these camera and video accessories, they are really good. So in this video I'm going to talk about the MT range of tripod, and the extension column, I think they're prefixed DC, and then I've got the magnetic mounts, the PS-5 there, and I have the other connector magnetic mount type that's one of the PM range. And the reason that I'm initially showing you like this is because I actually use the MT-04 to do the videoing. So this one I will actually use to make the video, but then what I will do is I'll use this one, and then I'll bring the MT-04 in and compare that against this one here. Anyway, I will talk about these items, and I shall do that now. So I suppose I should collapse these first of all to show you what they look like. When you've got the magnetic mount PS-5 switched on, because in actual fact these nicely package up. For example, that one looks just like that, and because I often keep the mounts on because I'm transporting them. Now, if you buy this tripod, it is the let me just get the it is the MT-02C, and I've got it with the PS-5 mount. So you can take the mount off, and it will go into its carry case, but I actually leave it on because it just fits in, and I shall show you right now, because these carry cases, I find they're so useful when you're traveling on aeroplanes or you're on foot. You can put it into the bag like that, you know, with the PS-5 mount on, and it works very well. Now the PM-03 mount, and we'll look at this a bit closer, because this is a fabulous mount, especially if you use your smartphone as a video camera that I do. Smartphones have got much better, but you can see that that fits in there also. But these cases are designed just for the tripod and the LH22 ball head, but it just happens that they fit in their bags. I thought I'd show you that because it's a nice thing to be aware of, and Leofoto do provide the bag when you buy a tripod with a ball head. And let me just put that to the side there. So I'm shooting on the MT-04, so this is the MT-02. Now the MT-02, this is actually a little bit longer than the MT-03. That's the smaller version of the MT-04. The MT-03 is about that length. This tripod, the MT-02C, is this length, but of course this doesn't extend. The MT-03 has the extending piece that comes out like that. So ideally, when I show you the MT-04, you'll be able to pull up images of the MT-03, and the size of it you should be able to see. Anyway, because I often use my smartphone as a video camera, and I use the MagSafe system, I mean, you can have on the generic ball head attachment that has two clips, and you just clip the smartphone inside the clips, so it's just a pure friction mount. I do find that these magnetic mounts are brilliant. It has been very helpful for me, and of course this is the PS-05, so it telescopes like this. It's got the ball adjuster here, and it matches brilliantly with the LH22 ball head. And of course we've got the Arca Swiss fitting here, and of course this will come off. In fact, I suppose I should show you now, but let me do it like this so that I can keep it on camera. So I mean, this is a really neat function. The PS-5 can be used as a little tripod all by itself, like that, and hopefully you can see that there. Look at that. So I mean, this can be very useful, but if you are what is very good about this PS-05 is that you can articulate it like that. That will go in your back pocket. And because it's made of this fabulous aluminium based material, I think it is, it's very light, it's very strong. I mean, this is a really fabulous product, actually. And I have to say, if I didn't say at the beginning of the video, Leofoto is probably the top of the food chain when it comes to making quality products like this. I mean, it really is something. And I mean, you can see here, I'm on video and chatting about this stuff all at the same time. So you can very quickly. So I try to get the weight centralized, because then I articulate that up, and then I put that up like that. So, and then I have the video camera there. And in fact, why don't I just show you? So the magnetic system is very good, and you can see it's very sturdy. And I use this as a mechanism for holding my video camera and doing video work. You can talk to the video camera this way, or you can talk to it that way. But you can see as I'm holding it like this, it's very sturdy. And of course you can have it in the configuration. And I know that with the new iPhone, you can actually have it in this position, but have it in horizontal or portrait, either way you want it. And it's very good. But I have to say the magnetic part is brilliant. This is such a handy thing to have. And I think all the smartphones today, all the good quality smartphones that have very good video in them, I think they're all using the MagSafe now. So it really is a super way to connect your your AV recording device to a tripod system. Now, you can, I suppose, this sort of sells itself. I don't even need to, I mean, I think that people watching this video will be aware of tripods and ball heads. This is the LH22, and it's a little smaller than the LH25, although in images, they look at an identical size. But it is a little bit smaller, but it will handle SLR cameras. It'll handle anything you really have to throw at it. And for a smartphone, it's absolutely, it's perfect. And also it matches the size of the base perfectly as well. Now, Leofoto released the PM-03 mag mount, and it articulates this way, and it has the cold shoe mechanism on it, but it also has a screw, I think it's the quarter screw, and so I'm using the same tripod here, and I've connected it that way, and so it's very, very similar to the PS-5. But it has a sort of less maneuverability, but it still does have the maneuverability that you probably want. Now, when I saw this, it comes in two flavors. This is the cold shoe, and it has the Arca Swiss mount version that enables you to easily click on and click off. But because this matches my need absolutely perfect, and I shall just attach my phone there, because so you can probably see how sturdy and how functional that is. I mean, this is probably the best rig that I've ever seen. I mean, look at that. It's even color coordinated. By coincidence, I I sort of wasn't really thinking at the time, but I then realized I'm fully coordinated here. So you can see that this is a very useful thing for camera video work. And of course you can have the LH22 ball head and the fitting for SLR cameras, for example, for all the other camera types. It's just that I'm all set up for the MagSafe. But the lightness of this, because it's carbon fiber here, and I think it's an aluminium based material, but the qualityness is fabulous. The tension between the pivot points is brilliant. But I can tell you this is really something, and also it looks the part. I mean, look at the, you can probably tell the build quality of these items, is rather something. Now, before I compare the MT-04, actually I'll compare the MT-04 against the MT-02. I shall do that in a moment, but before I do that, let me show you these columns, because of course the columns will attach. Actually, they will attach to the 1/4 inch, but these are really built for the MT-04 and going upwards, and they're extendable columns, carbon fiber, so the thing is just, it has no weight at all. And this is the there are a few of these, and in the images, they all look identical, but they are different base sizes. And I think from memory, this is 25mm, then we've got 30, then we have a 35, and then a 40, then a 45. And I think this is the smallest one. And because I'm using a smartphone basically, I think this will, quite happily hold about 2 kilograms on top, and then they go up. So if this one's 2 kilograms, I think this one's 2.5, and up it goes. The reason I've got the smallest one and the next size is because I extend them further like this. So with the MT-04 tripod, I can actually extend this. I can actually add 1.5 meters, I think. You can sort of see where we're going here. Look at that. This is very, very lightweight. You can shove anything on the end of there, and you can see how the usability of this. This is a really nice product, and is something that I use all the time with my MT-04. I think the other tripods, the MT-02, MT-03, I think they are too small for these extenders. The MT-04 has the 3/8 thread, and so it fits nicely into there. And because the MT-04 is a bigger table-mounted tripod, it's sort of designed for these extendable columns. But I thought I would just bring these into frame right now, because I use them all the time. They are very good. But right now, let me bring the MT-04 into frame. So I'm using literally what you saw a moment ago. I'm using the MT-02 and the PM-03 mount to hold the camera. So this is the MT-04, and it's got the LH25 ball head. So it's a little larger than the LH22, and just like that one, this can be put into this configuration, so you can see the packing of it, and it's really nice. In fact, I'll do the same here because we've got a like for like. If I put that like that, and these are really, once again, handling these items, this is super, quality, high tolerances, very accurate hardware. And, I'm happy to say, in my opinion, this is the best quality tripod hardware that you can buy for video and camera equipment. I mean, this is really super duper stuff. And I suppose the first thing I should talk about is the MT-02 doesn't extend, the legs don't extend. Now the MT-04, so there is the MT-03 that's a comparable size to this, and has one extending leg, but the MT-04 has an extending leg that extends twice. I mean, this is very cool stuff. You know, so this really does turn into a spider. And believe it or not, I've used its extendability a number of times because, you know, I've needed the height, or I've had something a little bit larger on top. And I'm sure that people watching this video might be aware of this tripod system anyway. But the engineering craft that's gone into this equipment, you know, really is something. Now, I'll extend it to show you how I use it most of the time. I always put I imagine the center weight going down the middle, so that we can, you know, balance the smartphone on top. Although, I mean, this MT-04 really probably is overkill for a smartphone. You can stick a lot of weight on the LH25 ball head, and this configuration, there's a sturdiness and the qualityness of this tripod really is very good. Now, if I just open up the LH02 with its LH22 ball head, I mean, I love the fact that Leofoto have got these variations like this. You know, so you do have these options. So you can see that, you know, they are very similar. Depending on what you need them for, the MT-04 here is probably overkill for a smartphone. And, you know, it's a very comparable height. The only height difference is because the ball head is larger. The LH25 is larger than the LH22, and I suppose if I put it like that, you can see that. So these two do the same job, but as they are, the advantage of the MT-04 is you've got the extending legs, so you can add another a foot and a half onto the table height if you're using the MT-04. But I think the MT-04 is probably a little bit overkill for the mag mount and the smartphone. Although I use it all the time, I love it because of its sturdiness. This is where the LH02C it really comes into its own, because I use it often as a selfie stick. So I have the smartphone on the end there, and I can just clip it on. And so this is where the LH22, being a little bit lighter, really is perfect for its application. It's all sort of a little, because I haven't got anything tightened up there. But and of course you can do the exact same with the MT-04. And why don't I do that? Because, you know, it's not too big. And it gives you that nice sturdy feeling. So I suppose some people might like that. And then you've got all the scope of the MT-04. I mean, you could really shove a large SLR camera on this ball head, you know, even something much larger. The MT-04 is a serious bit of kit, really. But if all you're doing is having a smartphone at the end, and this height, this range of height is all you need, this LH02C is perfect, absolutely perfect, and it looks the part as well. But if you only want to buy one tripod, and you might want to use this desktop MT-04 for various applications, including, you know, something as light as a smartphone going up to a large video camera, the MT-04 is perhaps the one that you want, but it is a little heavier. you've got to think about weight. I mean, saying that, it's not heavy at all because it's this aluminium aircraft grade material. I mean, I imagine that Leofoto literally pick the best quality materials that they can get their hands on to make these products. I've never had a fault or seen anything not perfect. I've never had to return anything. I mean, the stuff's very good. Oh, saying that, there was one little thing, but that was really an anomaly. But, anyway, I think you can base your decision on what the thing looks like and its range of application. The MT-04 will do the small stuff and also the larger stuff. The MT-02 here is definitely good for small cameras and smartphones. This is perfect for that, and it will go up to SLR cameras. You know, I mean, saying that, it'll probably do some video cameras as well. But anyway, you've really got the choice here. If you are just dealing with smartphones and small cameras, and this MT-02C is going to be perfect for you. Anything a bit bigger, the MT-04. Anyway, let me put these back on the table like that, and hopefully I've just given you a snapshot of my opinion about these things, and hopefully that's helpful. This equipment, because I've tried a few other brands and other systems, but none of them are anywhere near. Actually, I shouldn't really say that. Ulanzi look very good, and I've never actually tried Ulanzi. But I have tried others, and Leofoto is by far, I think, the best in the world, actually. I have to say that. This is really, fabulous stuff. Anyway, I hope I've done this video justice. There you go. Leofoto table mount tripods, the MT-04, MT-02C, the PS-5 magnet mount, and the PM-03 magnet mount, and the adjustable columns, height columns. This is really good stuff. Anyway, I do hope everybody is very well.